Good morning. Hey, Merry Christmas Eve. Hello, Merry Christmas Eve. We're so live. We're so glad to be live on all the platforms. I'm doing TikTok a different way because, TikTok had an issue. Hi, TikTok. So smash the screen. We'll talk to you guys there. I'm so glad you guys. Merry Christmas to all. Happy Festivus. Someone said, so it's so good to be here. We're going to discuss. Okay, guys, good morning. Let me just tell you this, because this is a hot topic, and this is a really hot topic, and it is breaking, okay? Welcome to the show. Matt Gaetz is a creep, allegedly. Like a creep. If you have not seen this report, then I don't know what to tell you. Because have you guys seen this report? Have you been talking about it? I think you've been talking about it in the chat. Very, very, or as they say, creepy. It involves, as we thought, this scandalous, salacious report involves young people. He has denied it, but the report, according to the sources, the report, by the way, has not officially been released from Congress. He's still fighting that, but it has been, I don't know if it's leaked or obtained by news organizations, I believe by CBS, etc. And yeah, wow. So I'm going to go through it and tell you, what do you make of this? Here's the thing. Can you imagine anybody in any profession getting away with something like this, with these sorts of allegations, even if you don't work in the public? Now, look, innocent until proven guilty. He's saying that he's been completely exonerated and that's been investigated and nothing. That is not true. I'm trying to figure out the glasses I want to wear because I can't see anything. I think we have to go through several pair here. That is not true. I want to make sure. I want to play myself on the screen here. And then make sure that I'm on. Stand by. Hold on one second. Okay. For some reason, I can't do it. Oh, here we go. Anyways, I can't make that work. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little out of it because I'm away for the holidays. You can see I'm at home, not in the studio, not in the city, away for the holidays. The dogs are with me. We're getting ready for Christmas with the family. Okay. So I got to figure out how to get this to work. Let me see how I do that. Which I don't know. I guess I have to put something else on and then come back. You guys at the team you can't help me, my team. Someone said, I want a team. I want a team too, team.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, here it is. Yeah. I'm looking for my Apple TV remote. I'm not very good at this. You guys, so now you guys see that I need like people around me in order to be able to help work things. I know this is not very professional, but I don't give a crap. Now I'll go back to wherever to try to make this work. Or maybe it's my TV that's just not working this morning. There we go. Now it's gonna work. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. There we go. Hi, everybody. Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, it's creepy and it's gross. And it was obtained by CBS News. Scandalous, salacious, damning, disgusting. I'm going to break it all down the next hour. So buckle up. It's not for the faint of heart. So suffice to say that Matt Gaetz is permanently on Santa's naughty list. I mean, if he's got what do you call that thing that you put an elf on the shelf? That elf on the shelf just needs to hop off and go back into the closet for next year. Okay? Now, I want to set this up, but I'm going to tell you, just think about all of these things. Think about all the things that we have gone over in the last just year or so during the campaign, or maybe even longer, maybe even like longer than the campaign. Let's go back 8 years when Donald Trump first came into office. Let's go back then, or when he was trying to become president of the United States. Let's think about all the things, okay? And think about the folks who get away with this sort of behavior. And how is that possible? And how can this person be nominated to be the Attorney General of the United States? Seriously, think about it. Come on, y'all. How can this person be nominated to be the Attorney General of the United States? Don't they vet them before they nominate them? Don't you know? Donald Trump, even this weekend, at a conference saying that Matt Gaetz is a bright future and that he's a great guy. Okay, so innocent until proven guilty. I get it. Here is what we call the table setter. Okay, so sit down, grab your coffee, buckle up. Here's the report, and then we'll talk about it. Go.
News has obtained a final draft of the House Ethics Committee report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. The bipartisan committee, led by Republicans, includes some shocking allegations. Scott McFarland has the latest. Scott, good morning.
Hey, Adriana, good morning to you. This report's findings determine there is substantial evidence that Matt Gaetz had sex with a minor, engaged in rampant illicit drug use, and violated multiple state laws while in office. The report lists payments totaling more than $90,000 to 12 different women between 2017 to 2020 and alleges the money was likely connected to sexual activity and drugs, including cocaine and ecstasy. The committee also obtained testimony that alleges Gaetz had sex twice with a 17-year-old girl. The victim told the committee she recalled receiving $400 in cash from Gaetz, which she understood to be payment for sex. Gaetz is also accused of creating a fake email from his Capitol Hill office for the purpose of purchasing marijuana and referred to drugs as party favors, rolls, and vitamins. The report did not uncover sufficient evidence of violations of federal sex trafficking laws, and Gaetz has denied any improper conduct, writing last week that his behavior in his 30s may have been embarrassing, though not criminal. The former congressman refused to sit for sworn testimony, only submitting written answers to some of the committee's questions.
I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Do you support, let me ask you that. Do you support Matt Gaetz? Anybody in this on the YouTube, anybody on TikTok, anybody on the Gram, anybody anywhere? On the FB, the book. By the way, smash the hearts. Also, where are my galaxies TikTok? Come on. Anybody support that? Anybody understand all of that? Matt Gaetz has not officially responded, except I guess he's suing them, or he's trying to at least to get them to not release this report officially. But I mean, the damage is kind of done. I mean, what can he do right now? I wish I could say we're in uncharted waters, but voters knew who Trump was and still elected him, says M-Town Boy for you. That is true. You're old enough to know better in your 30s, says Amanda Belcher. That is all true. Thank you for the galaxies. I appreciate that. Finally, someone gets me. I feel seen now. If this were a normal citizen, says Marshawn Perkins, you are absolutely 100% right. And by the way, are we prioritizing our members, correct? Hopefully.
Of course.
Thank you. If this were a normal citizen, what would happen if this were a normal citizen? Can you imagine a creep like this being the highest ranked lawyer in the land? He would have done worse, says Jay Palmer. Look, this is a person who has been nominated. Think about it. That's why I say you break it, you bought it. You voted for it, you get it. You F-A-F-O. You effed around and you're going to find out. Why wasn't he put in jail, says Progressively? August Winter says, no, we do not support him, Don. This is not surprising. Pres-elect has done about the same. Now, look, I don't know if he's done about, well, President-elect is an adjudicated assaulter, found liable for sexual abuse in court. Estella W., nothing about the dump truck of a party surprises me anymore. Absolutely disgusting. I want to play, this is from a TikTok user explaining how Matt Gaetz sues the ethics committee. It's a bit long. We'll break it down, but we're going to go through all this, and I want to talk to you all. Okay, watch this.
Big breaking news right now. Matt Gaetz has sued the House Ethics Committee in an emergency attempt to get a temporary restraining order against the committee, seeking to prevent the committee from releasing its damning report into Gaetz's misconduct. Now, I previously reported alongside CBS News and others that the Gaetz report shows that there is substantial evidence that Matt Gaetz engaged in sexual misconduct, illicit drug use, and other offenses. CBS News has a copy of the Gaetz report. Now, despite that, Gaetz filed an emergency motion with the district court in Washington, D.C., asking the court to prevent the public release of the report by the committee. Now, until and unless the court agrees with Gaetz, the committee can very well release the report to the general public. But remember, if Gaetz had nothing to hide and the report wasn't bad, he wouldn't be fighting to keep it private right now from the general public. As soon as we get more information on this court battle, I will provide it to you, so be sure to follow along to stay updated on all the news you need to know about.
Okay, so there you go. He's suing the ethics committee to try to get it out. Don't you want to see it? This is unusual. This is a full screen Matt Gaetz suit against the ethics committee. Again, I want to put it all up for you. I'm going to put it all up for you. Okay, stand by. Let's see. 1 second, please. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with an issue that I have right now. Sorry, let's see. Okay. So for some reason Nikki, I'm having issues with you know what, right? I don't know why, what's going on. I'm having issues, and I don't know if it's because of the content that we have, but let's see what happens.
On the platform that you're on.
Yeah.
Got it. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyways, so this is it. Please put this up full screen so we can see what it is. Sorry about this. We're having so many issues this morning. I am the plaintiff in the above captioned matter. I have reviewed the factual assertions contained in the complaint and the memorandum in support of the motion of temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. The statement of fact contained therein true and correct to the best of my knowledge, and that's Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is suing. Matt Gaetz is suing. Okay, so there we go. Do you want to know why this happened? We want to know how deep this goes. This is so deep because remember Kevin McCarthy was the Speaker of the House and then got ousted. He had this fight with Matt Gaetz, and people couldn't figure out why. It's like, why is Matt Gaetz so against Kevin McCarthy? Like, what did Kevin McCarthy ever do to Matt Gaetz? They were pals. They were, supporters of Donald Trump. They were MAGA. And then all of a sudden, Matt Gaetz went ham on Kevin McCarthy. Well, this is what Kevin McCarthy is saying about why he is no longer Speaker of the House, and it is because of Matt Gaetz. Watch.
Was it this? You made a lot of concessions in the negotiations.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Is that
Let's get to the bottom of that.
Right?
That is such a misnomer in life. Let me give you the truth about that now. And I'll give you the truth why I'm not Speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became Speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle. Did he do it or not? I don't know. But ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it. And he wanted me to influence it. And you know what? So then they come out and they say, because I kept government open. I'd do it all over again. We're not going to pay our troops? No, I'm going to pay my troops. You can't do the job? Okay. When it comes to the concession, the motion to vacate about one person being able to make that motion, how long has that been in the rules? Forever. The only time it was changed is when Pelosi became Speaker the second time. And she put the power with the minority leader. I think it's wrong. I think you elect, let them govern. Now, it takes 218 to have the rule package. There's nothing I can do there. But I had 5 people who never voted for me anyways in the process. I had 8 at the end that did the other. But everybody had to live by it. I lived by it. I think today, if you went back to the people that vote, did they think that was a smart vote? I don't think so. I had the choice of having that vote of motion to vacate where you just put the cards in and walk away. No, I made everybody stand up because I think historically it'll be viewed as a very bad thing that happened to our Congress.
Do you think it happens again? I mean, there's now talk that it could happen to this Speaker.
No. 2 things. The Dems will never let it happen. The interesting part is, you want another inside story? Okay.
Not this crowd.
So, So I knew I needed to win the majority by 20 votes or I'd have a problem. So I knew on election night I had a problem. But I had tried for speaker before, and I made a bad interview, and I had to pull out. But as leader, I had never lost a race. I helped us win a majority. I expanded it. I thought I was best prepared.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure that explains what we're talking about, but he's saying what he's saying had said there. It was because he would not. Is that the right soundbite, guys? Of why he says that he's not speaker anymore? So I thought there was one that was more concise than that one. Nikki, Andy.
Yeah, it's basically focused on the beginning, talking about.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. Because he's saying he would not squash an ethics committee report on Matt Gaetz. That's why he says he's not speaker anymore. To me, that is extremely interesting. Don't you think? Gaetz over the weekend was at the AmFest at the AmFest. He was talking about his future. He was there. He spoke to a bunch of conservatives. They were screaming his name. They were all excited for him to be there. So was Donald Trump. This is the last we heard from Matt Gaetz. Here it is. This was over the weekend.
Many have asked which perch I will be fighting from next. And some of you throughout this conference have even given me a few suggestions. My fellow Floridians have asked me to eye the governor's mansion in Tallahassee. Maybe special counsel to go after the insider trading for my former colleagues in Congress. It seems I may not have had enough support in the United States Senate. Maybe I'll just run for Marco Rubio's vacant seat in the United States Senate and join some of those folks. And my friend Steve Bannon and others have suggested that I return to the House of Representatives on January 3rd, but I would remind Steve, when he got out of prison, he didn't punch a guard on the way out. For the moment, I'll enjoy being one of you. It was James Madison who said that the most powerful position in America would not be congressman or senator or even president, but that of citizen, because we put such an obligation on the citizenry to ignite the patriotism that the country needs. President Trump.
So he's saying he's got all of these options. The one option that he has now, or at least that he had, I mean, I don't know if those are real or not. He's going to go back to the 119th Congress. He's going to do, maybe he's going to become governor of Florida, whatever he's going to be, another politician. Do you think he'll ever work in public service? Maybe as a Republican, as a MAGA, maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe none of that matters. Maybe he can apply to be the defense secretary and it'll be okay. Because it doesn't seem to matter. Maybe he could do it because this has not been adjudicated. This is a report. And who knows if it's going to be. But we have someone who's serving the highest office of the land who is. So perhaps it is okay. He could end up being president of the United States. Maybe it's a prerequisite. Who knows? Because if you listen to the person who supports him the most, the person who nominated him, who is president of the United States, who is an adjudicated an adjudicated abuser found liable of sexual abuse in a New York court, is the president of the United States. That's Donald Trump. This is what he said about Matt Gaetz over the weekend.
A friend of mine who I haven't seen in a little while, Matt Gaetz, is here. Where's Matt? He's around here someplace. Matt Gaetz, who's got a big career set up. And just want to say hello to Matt.
Yeah, he's got a big career. I just want to say hello to Matt. Now, what do you guys think about that? Can you imagine? I mean, does it matter? Does it not matter? I guess it doesn't matter at all. I think if he had his druthers, I think if Donald Trump had his druthers, Matt Gaetz would be the Attorney General of the United States. I mean, he nominated him. Am I wrong? Where's the lie? But yet, why are these folks, why do we keep normalizing these people? Why do we keep treating them and their nominations as if it is normal? Why do we keep doing that? Okay, well, this person is not, they're nominating such and such and such and such to be the blah, blah, blah. And you're like, wait, what? And then you're supposed to sit there like, the legacy media sits there and they interview these people as if it is normal to have people of this caliber be the head of very important agencies in our government, as if that is okay. Why do we keep normalizing them? Why do they normalize? Why don't they just say, so this person has been nominated to be the blah, 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 and you have to sit there and go, well, there's such and such and so, ha, 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 ha. It's like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, what is happening to this country? Why is this normal? Why is it normal for a convicted felon to become the president of the United States? But yet the hypocrisy is so strong because they talk about how bad the other side is, what the other side is doing. Oh my gosh, Democrats are so terrible. Yeah, Democrats are terrible at messaging. Awful. Terrible at getting rid of and silencing their own allies. Terrible at losing very important people like Al Franken for some BS. Terrible at, they just keep virtue signaling. We're so good. Oh my gosh, we can how do we allow something like this? Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, could you shut up? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Democrats. Could you keep your eyes on the prize and stop it? Stop getting rid of your allies. Stop realizing people do not have to be saints, should not be saints to be in government. Now, I'm not talking about this kind of behavior. But look at how Republicans have stood by their men and women. And you are afraid you're even afraid to go on to do an interview to go into the lion's den to do an interview because we don't want to mess up messaging. I don't want to be tainted with that. I don't want to be, It's sickening. You guys are so, There is not one person that I know in the Democratic Party that has done anything close to any of these nominees, to the president-elect. And you guys are still afraid. What are you afraid of? You guys are getting rid of people like Al Franken, and there are other examples, but he's the one that comes to mind. You guys are still like, Joe Biden, oh my gosh, it's a terrible example that he is pardoning his son. What are we going to say to the Republicans and the MAGA people, and how are we going to make an example? Fuck that. Get out of here with that bullshit. Of course the man is going to pardon his son. Look at the other side. You think he's going to leave his son to that? That's what I'm talking about. What are you doing, Democrats? And if you guys are out there, tell your elected officials to stop it. I got to tell you, in New York, and you guys can figure out who it is, I had the hardest time voting for a senator here who really fought to get rid of Al Franken. And I'm talking about Kristen Gillibrand. I was like, do I have to mark that one? Do I have to mark that one? What? Always virtue signaling. Always, never like, what are you doing? Like, what's the stuff? Kind of the equivalent of a little bit of the Nancy Mace on the other side, just trying to, attention and virtue signaling. And I was like, oh. It was tough. I'm not going to tell you what I did. I'm just telling you, I saw it and I was like, You guys know what I'm talking about. Yes, Beth Collier. And a lot of it is envy, Beth. A lot of it is like, oh, that person's more popular, or I don't want to lose my I don't want to lose my black card. I don't want to lose my Latino card. I don't want to lose my feminist card. I don't want to lose my lady card. I don't want to lose all of these things that Democrats do, instead of just saying, we're here to win. No one is perfect. Now, as I said, there are limits. Matt Gaetz, that's a limit. Hegseth, that's a limit. Gabbard, that's a limit. And on and on. That's why I believe, and we're going to talk about that in another show, they need more Jasmine Crockett's, and you may not agree with all of her policies, and more AOCs. Authenticity. People who are authentic, good at messaging, popular, iconic. When I put up the feed on Friday of lawmakers debating the debt ceiling, debt ceiling, and the CR, the continuing resolution to keep the government open, when I put that up, all the comments were like, they need some young folks in there. They need some young blood. They need some young blood. Wow, they need some young blood. Yeah. Yeah, they need some Maxwell Frost. They need some, I think it's Justin Pearson's. They need some AOC. They need some Jasmine Crockett's. They need some young folks in there. And so seniority must be respected. Yes, seniority can be respected. But guess what? Seniority can also realize that there are younger people and that they need a bench, and they can also realize where we are. And they can also mentor the younger people. I'm not sure which one, not the one with the longer hairs. I don't know if it's Justin. They're both Justins. The one with the longer hair, yeah, that he's a cool dude. With the longer sort of, I don't know if he has a ponytail or what. He's a cool dude. Some of them are too virtue signally. Senator Mark Mullin, who is a very strong MAGA Republican, is not defending Matt Gaetz, and he's telling you why people aren't defending Matt Gaetz. So this is Senator Mark Mullin. Watch.
You got to think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before you got married. And so when that accusation came out, no one defended him, and then no one on the media would give him a time of the day. All of a sudden, he found fame because he opposed the Speaker of the House back in November. And he's always stayed there, and he was never going to leave until he got this last moment of fame by going after a motion to vacate.
That is Mark Wayne Mullin, a staunch conservative, a diehard MAGA, talking about Matt Gaetz. But yet, that's who they wanted. Now, folks are saying that these are Democrats that are pushing. Those Republicans, too, were pushing. You had better believe it. Behind closed doors, behind the scenes, they did not want him. Some of them. But some of them are like, hey, I'm cool with it. A lot of them are cool with it. Think about the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world, who's his buddy. You guys heard anything that she said about him? Have you heard many people denouncing him publicly, except for folks like Mark Wayne Mullin? Have you? I haven't. Why? No one defended him. Remember I said the only thing that he has right now is that he's going to, I said, is he going to be in politics? But the only thing that he has right now that is a bird in the hand, maybe, I don't know, after this report has been released, or at least, I don't know if it's leaked or whatever. Gaetz announced on OAN 2 weeks ago that he had a new show. This is what he's doing.
not be more excited to join the One America News family. The best reporting, the best analysis, and the most in-depth coverage of the Trump administration is going to come from our team. I've got the sources, I've got the insights, and there is such a spirit of optimism to unlock the opportunity of America. There's no place that's going to cover it better than One America News. And I would suggest, if you're not in a place where you can access One America News on your normal television station, go get our app. Go get our One America News app. That's where you can watch my show at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Dan's going to be a great partner. We're going to have a lot of collaborations together, and we're going to have the must-see information so that you know what's going on with President Trump, with Congress, all around the country.
Looking for.
All right. Oh, we're looking forward to you. Look, it's their business. If they want to have Matt Gaetz on, then that's their business. That's their business. By the way, who is on here? Thank you so much. Nikki Hawks, Nick Hawks, Nique. Thank you so much. Yeah. 5,000 and not even half of the likes in that. Come on, people. Thumbs up. Thumb it up for me. Okay? Make sure you hit thumbs up. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're here with the grace of your generosity. I sound like a preacher. With the grace of your generosity. So please make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. If you're listening, if you're watching, doesn't matter. If you're on a phone, do it. If you're in the car, make sure you're at a safe place. At the red light, pull over, but hit the thumbs up for us, okay? Now, what do you guys think? I mean, look, if it's OA and he looks like the Grinch who stole Christmas, says Angela Calloway, it's kind of crazy. I see it. I just think it's very... And I wonder how many people, let me just put this. I wonder how many people he has, because it's been understood that he got around. I wonder how many people that he has either in Washington, in any profession that he has had liaisons with. Allegedly, it's been the streets are talking. That it is possibly, I was just saying, many professions of folks who reside in Washington. There are liaisons of folks that he has allegedly had relations with. Why aren't they saying anything? Why isn't anybody calling them out? They should have known about his behavior. Perhaps they partook in his behavior. Perhaps they were aware of his behavior. Anybody out there? Any sources? Anyone know what I'm talking about? Anyone know what I'm talking about? That's what I want to know. To the comments. Let's go. Bay Seasoning says Matt Gaetz is for the streets. Angela Calloway says, right. The streets are talking, LOL. They are. The streets are talking. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Amanda Belcher says the streets are talking about Lindsey Graham. I don't know about that, but yeah, the streets are talking. I do, says Angela Calloway. So spill it. What's wrong with these women sleeping with him, says TB. I don't know. Allegedly. Mama Bird Chicken Bird says, oh, I know who you're talking about. Really? Do you? Who is it? I don't know. Tell me. You tell me. Put it in there. Give us some initials. Not the streets are talking. Yeah, the streets are talking. And they're saying, what the hell, says Sarah Habib. Who am I talking about? I don't know. Kelly D, welcome to the Elimination. Thank you for your membership. I appreciate it. Linda Ferker says, I'm sure more people know about Matt's behavior. That's allegedly, they do. Camille Radina says, oh, I've heard stories from restaurant service in Washington. Again, this is who knows. I don't know. But as I said the other day, what's done in darkness will come to light. Curry favors true. The streets talked about Al Franken, also gossip, gossip, gossip. Yeah, I guess. I have never heard the streets talk about Al Franken, but who knows? Now let me say this. People are philanderers or whatever. Two consenting adults, not my business. You deal with your marriage. But what these reports, if true, woo, Lordy. Come on now. Chris Olson brings up a very good point. Madison Cawthorn told the press about the Republicans' crazy partying before he was ousted from Congress. Barkley, it's my doggy. Madison Cawthorn, he tried warning, but he got booted, says Mama Bird, Chicken Bird. It's true. He did. He actually did. You have to give him credit. He did talk about it. Not that Cawthorn is a decent human being, according to her, according to you. Yes, the light will conquer the darkness, says Jackie. So I'm glad you guys are talking about this. His behavior is the worst kept secret in DC, says Amanda Belcher. I don't know about that. Again, this is all rumors or whatever. $3 minutes a day, says minors. Consent does not matter, right? Yeah. Well, look. I'm just saying these reports. Now, let me read some of the reports to you because perhaps you did not get it. Okay. It's a 37-page report that concludes that the committee determined there is substantial evidence that the Representative Matt Gaetz violated House rules and other standards of conduct prohibiting prostitution, statutory rape, illicit drug use, and impermissible gifts, special favors or privileges, and obstruction of Congress. The House Ethics Committee found evidence that former Representative Matt Gaetz paid tens of thousands of dollars to women for sex or drugs on at least 20 occasions, including paying a 17-year-old girl for sex in 2017. That is according to a final draft of the panel's report on the Florida Republican. Again, this is according to the report. The House Ethics Committee found evidence that former Representative Matt Gaetz paid tens of thousands of dollars to women for sex or drugs on at least 20 occasions, including paying a 17-year-old girl for sex in 2017. That is according to a final draft of the panel's report of the Florida Republican. On Monday, Gaetz filed a lawsuit in federal court to block the release of the report, saying that he is now a private citizen and not subject to the jurisdiction of the committee. In a statement Gaetz released on X, the week after CNN reported that the committee had voted to release the report, this is what Gaetz did. He denied having sex with a minor or paying women for sex. In my single days, I often sent funds to women I dated, even some I never dated, but who asked? Even some I never dated, but who asked? Okay, so he's sending money. That's what he's agreeing. He's admitting that he's sending money, even for some who didn't ask. I dated several of these women for years, Gaetz says. It's embarrassing, though, not criminal, that I probably partied, womanized, drank, and smoked more than I should have earlier in my life. I have a different life now. And these are quotes that I'm reading from Matt Gaetz himself. Among the report's most lurid findings were the allegations of sex and drug-fueled parties and travel, including a 2018 trip to the Bahamas, where witnesses say he took ecstasy and had sex with 4 women. Matt. Sending money to women you weren't dating, says Mama Bird, is sus. My boyfriends would give me money. Most me will. I don't know what that means, learning to love myself. Linda Ferker says, money for what? It's exactly. Huh. Interesting. From 2017 to 2020, Representative Gaetz made tens of thousands of dollars in payments to women that the committee determined were likely in connection with sexual activity and or drug use, noted the report, which lists payments totaling more than $90,000 to 12 women. The committee says it also received testimony that at $90,000, bam, Thank you, Robert, for your support of independent media. $90,000? Really? What? $90,000? To 12 different women? $90,000. That's a lot of money. Did Matt Gaetz make that much money? Or is he a rich kid? I don't know. $90,000. The committee said it also received testimony that at a 2017 party, Gaetz twice had sex with victim A, who was a 17-year-old at the time and had just completed her junior year in high school. Y'all. Come on now. Really? Guys, did you hear what I said? Victim A recalled receiving $400 in cash from Representative Gaetz that evening, which she understood to be payment for sex, the committee wrote. Victim A said that she did not inform Representative Gaetz that she was under 18 at the time, nor did he ask her age. You guys okay with this? Anybody? Any MAGA folks in there? Any Republicans in the chat? Anyone? 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 Bueller? Anyone? Anyone? Wow. I got to read this because it's crazy. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate your support. In his written responses to the committee, Gaetz denied having sex with a minor. The Department of Justice previously investigated Gaetz for violating sex trafficking laws, but did not bring charges. The committee said it did not find sufficient evidence Gaetz violated a federal sex trafficking statute because although he transported women across state lines for the purpose of sex, those women were all 18 or older at the time. Okay. Interesting. Now, are they saying that about Diddy? Seriously, does it matter? Does it? I guess the Department of Justice said what? Because they're all 18 years old. Okay, is that the standard? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember hearing that about anybody else. Boo Boo Marino says, Boo Boo Romero, where you been? They haven't released the report. It was obtained by CBS News. Yes, Sarah Habib, you're right. Barely legal. The report noted that while all the women who testified said the sexual encounters with Gaetz were consensual, one woman told the committee the use of drugs at the parties and events they attended may have impaired their ability to really know what was going on or fully consent. Now, I don't think anybody else would be in a world of trouble. They didn't. This is why they didn't. This is why they didn't bring charges? Okay. Are they? Okay, mark my words. Mark my words. Well, unless they do it soon, it would have to be Merrick Garland, which with the Department of Justice is Merrick Garland now, but someone would have to do it soon because I think during the Trump administration, they won't. I was going to say, yes, thank you, Estelle. Two-tier justice system has existed since around 1619. So the thing is that I think that they're going to reconsider this. This could possibly, I should say, be reconsidered after this is released and now the public knows. People are going to go, wait, what? So I think things could change. I think things could change. Okay. So they didn't have the ability, they believe, because of the drugs to fully consent. Another woman told the committee, when I look back to certain moments, I feel violated. The report found substantial evidence Gaetz engaged in rampant illicit drug use. The committee said it obtained text messages he sent where he referred to drugs as party favors, rolls, or vitamins. It also said that he created a fake email from his Capitol Hill office for the purpose of purchasing marijuana. The report noted that Gaetz had denied using illicit drugs in his written answers to the committee. In addition to sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, the report also accused Gaetz of accepting gifts of luxury travel in excess of permissible limits with the 2018 trip to the Bahamas. And it said he arranged for his chief of staff to assist a woman with whom he had engaged in sexual activity in obtaining a passport, falsely indicating the State Department that she was one of his constituents. How did they? Now, look, guys, I want you to think about this, okay? I hate to keep going back to Al Franken. Al Franken got pushed out of the Senate. Matt Gaetz was still in Congress and resigned himself and would still be there had he not resigned. Are you hearing me? Gaetz told conservative personality Charlie Kirk last month that he plans to spend the coming years fighting for President Trump. I think that 8 years is probably enough time in the United States Congress, Gaetz said, though last week he floated in a post on X the idea of returning to participate in the election for House Speaker. The House Ethics Committee had initially voted to keep the report under wraps, but reversed course in a secret vote earlier this month. 2 Republican members of the committee were among those who voted for its release, as according to 2 sources familiar with the vote, the committee has 10 members, evenly split between Republicans and Democrats. Before I move on to the next story, which I think you guys are going to be really, really interested in, for all of the people, if you see some MAGA folks, you see some people out there defending Matt Gaetz, this is what they sound like. Play it.
Friend was like, oh, no, we cannot listen to R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a pedophile. And now here's the thing, and just hear me out for 1 second. Technically speaking, R. Kelly is not a pedophile. Just give me 1 second. I promise this goes well. Just hear me out. The term pedophile refers to people who are attracted to those that are prepubescent. Then there's something called a hebephile. That's people who are attracted to those in the early stages of puberty, like 11, 12, 13, 14. And then there's something called an ephebophile. That's people who are attracted to those in the later stages of puberty, like 15, 16, 17, 18. But I think the reason we don't make those distinctions is because it's very hard to explain the difference without sounding like a pedophile.
It's true. Look, it's not no laughing matter. It's laughable, but it's a stop it, says Lorraine Sweet. Esme Castillo, yes, you are so late. We've gone through the entire thing. Welcome, Denzel Jacobson, all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. LOL. Yeah, it's true, because those folks are still defending him. Guys, the engagement is ridiculously great this morning. Can you hit the damn thumbs up for me? What are you doing, people? Come on, Elimination. I love you guys. We love the community. It's great. I can't believe you guys are watching. It's a holiday week. Perhaps you're off and you're watching, but this report is good. He's not wrong, says CGEM67. Yeah, he's not. It's true. Okay, guys, are you ready for this? Is the breaking news that I'm getting from my team. Here we go. Okay, I just want to make sure that I am getting everything right. So we have all of this, right? All of the things that you sent me. Right?
We should, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll start from the beginning with the first thing that Peter sent. Okay. Someone, you should see my text messages. Someone just sent me a text message that said, "Ciao, Matt Gaetz." Right on. Talking live about it. You know who it is. I'm not going to tell you, though. Right now, this is someone you guys know. Ciao, Matt Gaetz. Yes. That's why I say when I hear the streets are talking, the streets are talking. There are people who had relations with Gaetz, and they are still doing their thing. I'm just allegedly had relations with Gaetz, and allegedly are still out there. Simi, I love you. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. You guys are the best. Thank you, guys. We love the Lemon Team, says Winky Campbell. Yes, we love it. So we get to be able to do this with the great engagement. So make sure you hit the thumbs up, okay? So can we go on? You guys care? We can get back to Matt Gaetz. Can we go on? Let's talk about Luigi Mangione, okay? Luigi Mangione was in court today. Do we have a report, guys? Is that what we have? Or do we have just put up the first thing?
I put up the headline for you.
Okay, let me see. I'm behind because I was getting the comments, so I'm watching them a little bit delayed. Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty to state murder and other charges in United Healthcare CEO's death. He appears in court over the United Healthcare CEO's death. Now, I don't know if there's video of it. Now, according to the reports, Luigi Mangione had about 24 women in the court's public gallery today in support of him. Do we have that? That is according to ABC News. They are making this man into a star. Look at what, look at he's all dripped out there. I'm just telling you. And then there's a picture of him in court that we have that I want to show to you. That's him walking.
We also have video in court right now.
Yeah, yes. Well, thank you, Nikki. So this is him going to court. Look, people have been talking about it. I'm not just the haircut that he has. Can you put that picture back up? Okay, great. Someone gave him a fade in court. Someone cleaned up his eyebrows. I mean, not in court, in jail. Someone cleaned up his eyebrows. Now, according to the streets, and folks who have knowledge of the system, they say that means to them that he is protected there, that someone is doing this. I don't know. You guys let me know about, is there a jail barbershop that one goes to, or do they do it? I guess you can do whatever. You can have some folks there who like you and they'll cut your hair up, but they gave him a low taper fade in jail. Luigi Mangione. Now, this is the picture of him walking in? Do we have video of him walking in? Luigi Mangione walking into court. What is with? I want to listen.
Anything to say?
What is I gotta say? There was one person who said something to plead the fifth. Who are those reporters, and why are they being so quiet and demure or whatever? I don't mean that. What are they? Because usually I would have been like, Luigi, are you innocent? Luigi, what do you say? Luigi, why did you do it? Luigi, who cut your hair? I'm just saying, I would have been throwing questions out. Am I wrong? They didn't say a word. Luigi, why did you do it? Guys, back that up and play it again. You can see, and what happens when you backing it up, right? What is with the long, slow? Why are they walking so slowly, parading this young man out there like that? Do they think this makes them look good? It's like they're milking it for attention. It's so bizarre. I know he's got shackles on, but they can walk faster than that. But I mean, this is like the walk into church with the ushers, the chorus, whether it's one step forward, one step, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, tap. Like, what are they doing with this long, slow perp walk? And what are the reporters? It's almost like they're filming a movie. This is so bizarre to me. Right here come the reporters. Luigi, why did you do it? Luigi, what do you say to the family? Luigi, how are you going to plead? Are you going to take the fifth? Wow, nobody said anything. Except one person said something about the fifth. Someone just said, yes, there's a barber and they can style him up. Okay, thank you. Who was that? Can you put that back up? Why the silences, Linda Furker? It's weird. Maybe they're just stunned. Don, as a former career correctional officer, yes, they do have a barber and a stylist in a lot of jail systems, says, is that Neek Hawks, like Monique Neek Hawks? What do you guys think about this? Okay, before we do, tell me what you think about it. Now, here we go. Pay close attention. I'm going to be quiet for a long time, okay? This is him in court. It's long. Here it is.
That we get immediate discovery of the New York City Police Department and FBI and federal and state documents. And the second thing I want to make a record of, Your Honor, is I'm very concerned about...
This is Karen Agnifilo. I don't know if you guys remember. If you remember, she has been on this program. We have interviewed her several times, especially towards the beginning of the Don Lemon Show back a couple months ago. She was also a contributor to the Midas Touch, and her husband is also involved in the Diddy case, the other Agnifilo. Okay? Yeah. I think he's Diddy's attorney. So there you go. Now she is making her plea to the courtroom. We're going to let it play. Here it is.
About my client's right to a fair trial in this case. He's being prejudiced by some statements that are being made by government officials. Like every other defendant, he is entitled to a presumption of innocence. But unfortunately, the way this has been handled so far, his rights are being violated. And as you know, Your Honor, there's a wealth of case law guaranteeing his right to a fair trial. But none of the safeguards have been put in place yet here. In fact, it's just the opposite of what's been happening. He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him. They have conflicting theories in their indictments, and they're literally treating him like he is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle. He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career.
Pause.
Absolutely unnecessary. He's been cooperative.
He's right. That was, I said that. Did you guys see? I said it on social. I said it here. Like, what is that? That perp walk was terrible. And you know what? They deemed that. I remember when I worked in news in the 90s, there was someone who had filed a claim that it was unconstitutional and that it violated the rights of people innocent to proven guilty, and that it was prejudicial. That perp walks were prejudicial, and they had gotten rid of them. Come on, you attorneys, you folks in the law enforcement, you folks in the correctional, tell me, do you guys remember that? When they said that perp walks were prejudicial because it painted the accused who is innocent until proven guilty, it painted them in a negative and guilty light. And I think Miss Agnifilo, Attorney Agnifilo, I think she's right. That it's prejudicial. Now, I mean, walking today into court, see, here's the thing. They do not have to do these walks. There are They can clear the courtroom, they can clear the hallways, they can go through underground tunnels. There are ways, if they don't want someone to be made, they can whisk them in. Come on, my law enforcement people, my legal people, tell me. It's innocent till proven guilty. Okay, here's Luigi Mangione in court just moments ago, and this is his attorney speaking on his behalf. Here it is.
Law enforcement. He had been in custody for over a week. He waived extradition. He was cooperative at all accounts. There was no reason for the NYPD and everybody to have these big assault rifles that, frankly, I had no idea it was in their arsenal. And to have all of these, the press there, the media there, it was like perfectly choreographed. And what was the New York City mayor doing at this press conference? Your Honor, that just made.
She's 100% correct. What was that? She's good. Not everybody would bring that up. Is he going to, I don't know if he's going to get off a jury nullification. This is going to be an interesting case to watch because I have not seen an accused person have so much support. Nick Hawk says, Don, they're going to make a spectacle. They're making a spectacle of him. They will find themselves with a mistrial if they keep it up. Yes, Kev Z247. That's why I said they think this is good for the case. It's not good for the case. Keep going.
Utterly political, and as Your Honor knows, under Lauro v. Charles, the Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit has held it to be clearly established that the staged perk walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I said that there was zero law enforcement.
Did I just say that? Come on, y'all. Didn't I just say that? That's why I do agree with the leadership of the Democratic leadership in Washington. Experience, seniority does matter. I said back in the 90s, I've been in the news since the 90s, and I remember when they outlawed these perp walks because they said they were prejudicial and they were unconstitutional. Can you back that up 10 seconds for me, please? I just said that. I know I have not seen Karen Agnifilo in court at all. I had not heard any of this. And that is why I've been going on and on about this giant staged perp walk. The other day, I was like, what is this? This is not helping them. Guys, you know, I'm always going to tell you the truth, okay? And just so you know, I am not just some, creator out here, just like your normal creator out here for content. I am a journalist who's been doing this since 1991, 1992. I've been in this business, starting in New York City. I just not like someone who just grew up on the internet and on YouTube by just saying, hey, I'm going to have a show. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm telling you, they are going to create a mistrial, jury nullification. They're going to may have to change venues. If they change venues, this is going to be a mess. Trust. Let's listen to Karen Agnifilo again.
Staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded when he's dealing with his own issues. And frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione. And there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial. And
Pause. Did she just call out Eric Adams? Did you hear her? Did you hear her? He's trying to distract from his own issues. Hallelujah, Karen Agnifilo, attorney. Back that up. I want to hear that. Back that up. You're a real fine lawyer. Want you to back that tape up. Play it again, Sam. I mean, Andy.
Staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective is unconstitutional. And I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded when dealing with his own issues. And frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione. And there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial. And I just want to put on the record statements that the mayor made publicly about my client. Nothing saying alleged, for example. And he said, I wanted to send a strong message with the police commissioner that we're leading from the front. I'm not going to just allow him to come into our city. I wanted to look him in the eye and state, you carried out this terrorist act in my city, the city of New York that I love. And he wanted to show symbolism. Your Honor, he's not a symbol. He's somebody who is afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty. And the mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors that elected him. Those are the people that elected him that he is talking to and calling this man a terrorist. So, Your Honor, I just want to make a record of this and put everyone on notice that this has to stop. And my client is entitled to a fair trial and the presumption of innocence. And we're going to fight these trials.
They picked the right one. He picked the right one. He picked the right one, man. Whoever decided, I'm telling you, she is forecasting to the court, to the judge, to everyone. She doesn't believe that her client can get a fair trial, and it is because of she's going to say the state of New York or the city of New York or the mayor of New York and law enforcement, because of the system, because of the man, because of the same system that Luigi is saying that he is fighting against. Could she get him off? I mean, we can't forget, it is on videotape. Innocent until proven guilty. But her strategy of going against the mayor and the police can't mess with him because he's supported. If they mess with him and try to rough him up, the whole world will know about it. They're in a tough place. And don't you guys like the folks behind bars? Because the folks behind bars, remember, they don't like the system because the system put them where they are. So he's going to be protected. Rudy Red, I don't know if he's going to walk. I don't know if he's going to walk, but this is just the beginning of a long, drawn-out process. But she is coming at this as a very, very smart attorney. That's why I said, do you guys remember? Am I lying? I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? I like to. So Jack Dub says, did she get him off? Don Lemon is an idiot. I didn't say, did she get him off? That's not what I said. I said, is she going to? And then I said, we have to remember that this was on videotape. So cool your jets, Jack Dub. Don't be a duffus. A doofus. Don't be a hater. Every little word. I would like to see someone like just go after every little word that you say, Jack. Let's see Jack Dub. Maybe we should go to see what his comments are. I don't care. I'm just saying. I like the criticism. Go for it. I don't care. But don't be an idiot. Yeah, she's good. She is brilliant. Amanda Belcher, she is, because she's going after the right thing. She's showing how they're going to be prejudicial against her client, and to set up already that she believes that her client cannot get a fair trial in New York because of the very people who are prosecuting him. And then she's got evidence Then she has evidence. The perp walk that they thought was amazing, how they just escorted her client into the court, all evidence that she's going to play. I love Shirley M says, finally a good Karen. She nailed it. Okay, up on the in the chat, we have a poll. How do you feel about Luigi Mangione? He is evil, plain and simple. Or murder equals wrong, but I understand him. He is innocent until proven guilty. Or I think he's a heroic figure. Where do you guys think it is? A lot of you voted. Keep voting. Upwards of 1,000 folks so far. Murder. So I'm going to say this. He is evil, plain and simple, 15%. I think he's a heroic figure, says 10%. He's innocent until proven guilty, says 32%. Murder equals wrong, but I understand him, says 43%. If you combine those two, really it's murder equals wrong, but I understand him. And he's innocent until proven guilty, says 32%. So folks are giving him the benefit of the doubt in that. So it's very heavily weighted towards this side. Yes, thank you for all the folks who are in the chat saying she's with the Midas Touch. Yes, I mentioned that. We interviewed her from the Midas Touch. Thank you, Stephen Bruno. Luigi is going to be a commissary baller. He's going to have a life supply of honey buns and ramen noodles. Look, I don't mean to make light of, we have to remember that someone did die in this, father of two. However, this is an interesting case. Karen Agnifilo nailing it. Murder is wrong. Understand. Says, wake up, Ms. Liz. How did you guys vote? Let me know what you think. E.G., love Donna, love you back. Continue on, please, with Karen Agnifilo. In court with Luigi Mangione just moments ago.
Charges, whether it's in the state or federal, to the fullest extent. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, as you know, I have very little control as to what happens outside of this court. But I can guarantee you, as I guarantee every defendant who comes through these doors, that the defendant will receive a fair trial. And we will carefully select a jury if that time comes or when that time comes. But yes, you should expedite discovery.
Your Honor, the discovery in this case is voluminous, to say the least. I have never seen a case with such volume of evidence, aside from the issue of the quality of the evidence. And I suggest to counsel, because we have a discovery portal, but given how much evidence there is against this defendant, it would be smarter if counsel could provide us with a 2 terabyte external drive rather than rely on the crashing of the portal. With respect to statement and identification notice, we will be giving that notice within the next 15 days. We're preparing an ADF. We'll do our best to expedite discovery, but I'll say that with redactions and with the volume of it, we're hoping to do it as best we can under, this is not a usual case in terms of the thousands of hours of video tracking and the like, and the fact that we're not only responsible for discovery in this county, but in Altoona, where the arrest was made and where several officers were involved. And we're in touch with those people, and we're going to get everything counsel's entitled to. As to other issues, I think a 30-day adjournment to see where we're at, and to, of course, counsel's aware of the various notices. We have notices as well. I take it that counsel will abide by the statutory limitations on their notices with respect to any notices they believe to be appropriate. As to counsel's record on the mayor, basically repeating what the mayor said, I don't know how that advances the ball. We will comply with our ethical obligations with respect to trying this defendant's guilt in this courtroom and this courtroom alone. Thank you.
So there you go. What do you guys think? Wow, 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 wow. That is interesting. I want to see this continue. I can't wait to watch this trial. I'm sorry. I'm going to be glued. Now, this is something that I will be glued to. And we're going to cover it here. Do you guys want us to cover this or more politics? I'm so tired of politics, guys. I know we have to report on it, and there's so much going on. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of the Trump craziness and it's just like it's the same thing over and over and over and over. And we already know. Thank you, Simi. Thank you, Simi. I appreciate it. Do you think this case will be televised? I have to look at, guys. Producers, can you look up the cameras in the courtroom? Well, yeah, yes, there's cameras in here. New York has cameras in the courtroom for certain things. Remember, Trump was not televised. But you guys have to look it up. The difference between federal and state or whatever. Perhaps it will be. I guess it's at the judge's discretion. I'm not up on that. I should know. But that's a very good question. Is Luigi in state or federal? I think he's in federal. This is a capital offense. It's probably federal, Christine. And probably, but again, producers, I don't have time to look it up right now. Is it in state or federal? I'm not exactly sure. And it was because one of the things that he's accused of is they said it brings a death penalty, could be punishable by death. But didn't they get rid of the death penalty in New York? I don't know this or whatever. I think there are certain exceptions. Again, I'm not a legal person, but I am gonna hone up on my knowledge. Wine Yogi says, yes, I think you're right. Typically, it's at the judge's discretion. Thank you, Trish. I can't deal with all the Trump. I hate having to. I'm so sick of it. Everything it's every time it's like I cut off the notifications because it's like, oh my gosh, Trump did this. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone deserves a competent defense. Karen is doing her job ethically. Coming from Manhattan DA's office, she knows exactly what she's up against. No one knows the office better than she does, says Shana Borg. Correct. I agree with that. And I know her. She is good. And thank you for your support. All of you for your support of independent media. It means a lot. Well, interesting. Luigi accomplished his mission. When is the last time people spoke about healthcare this much? It's already saving lives. Wow, says Tinkle Tits McGee. Oh my gosh, you guys and these names. I understand what you're saying, but we do have to remember. I guess we get it. Do I have to keep saying that? People understand that there's someone lost their life. I think people get it. I don't want people to think that we're making light of that situation or even forgetting about it. But Don, you're the best. I hope you and your husband have a wonderful Christmas and an even better New Year from Vancouver Island, says Carrie Isaac. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your support of independent media as well. You're the best. But I got to say, this is interesting. So look, I get so tired of everything. Well, today, Donald Trump gave a press conference and he lied 4 times. Okay. And today, Donald Trump was at such and such and he said this. And today, Donald Trump tweeted this. And you guys know that's going to be that for 4 years, right? And then think about all the times that you went down the rabbit hole and you were like, Donald Trump did this. This happened with Donald Trump. That happened to Donald Trump. This happened, blah, blah, blah. And then what did it mean? Because he's president again. Nothing, because the charges against him are going away. Nothing. Thank you, Lenise Smith. You're the best. I intended to send the producer something. I'm glad you reminded me of. You asked me how Gus Gus is doing. Okay, so let's go to the videotape for Gus Gus, as they say. You guys, let me see if I have it here. I do. Nikki and Andy, sorry for, you can put up as many as you want. I just going to send a bunch and you decide which ones you want. You guys should have thought about it. Everyone's asking me, should we have a Gus Gus update? Do we need a Gus cam where we just keep a camera on him? Which we do, by the way. We went to dinner with some friends last night, and we put one of those little cameras, those little nanny cams on him. Don, thank you for your coverage today. Keeping it real, says Many Eights. Many Eights, thank you for your support, your generous support of independent media, and thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. He's in federal court, the same wing as Diddy and as Sam Bankman-Fried, according to producer Peter R. And we'll give you his last name. Thank you, Peter R. So he is in federal court. I think in federal court, Peter R., if you can, I think it's at the judge's discretion about cameras in the courtroom, depending on where. So guys, let me know before, can you let me know? You think you can get those up before we are done here? Yes, yes, yes.
Yep, stand by. We're getting them.
Okay, no problem. By the way, the friend that I said, ciao, Matt Gaetz sent me the thing, says, the issue really is a hideous judgment of our soon-to-be president. Just gross. No telling what else they have picked with zero vetting and not giving a damn. That's true. Rudy Red, thank you for your support. Don, we're your peeps. You are my peeps. I love you guys so much. I'm telling you, you guys really keep me going. Like, you know, through the, like, down times or the hard times, or when I'm like, should I be doing this? Should I just rest on my laurels? And because, you know, like not working. Thank you for your coverage today, keeping it real. Thank you, Many Eights, and thank you, Carrie Isaac. You guys keep me sane. You're so great. By the way, I need a haircut. I'm just looking at my hair on the screen here. Woo, I need a haircut. I was going to go today at 10 o'clock, right after this, rather. And this got me all turned around with the Luigi of it all and this salacious report. So he's in the same federal wing as Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried. What does it say? Time delayed TV and background of podcast. No, that's my TV. So the thing is that you're, it's probably, it shouldn't be time delayed, is it? Perhaps it is. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't. Let's see what I have here. No, it's live. It's live. Well, it's live from the feed, and sometimes the YouTube is a little bit behind. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a Gus update in 2 seconds as soon as the producers can get the stuff up. Let's see. Rudy Red. I'm just gonna like to thank all the folks, and I like to shout out the people who are generous supporters because it's the best. Okay. Thank you, G. Taylor, for your awesomeness. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I told my parents all I wanted was your book for my birthday, Christmas. Oh, happy birthday, Amanda Belcher. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to tell you, hey, welcome, Bama Girl 26. Ask Bama Girl 26. Welcome to Elimination. She is a member now. Thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate it. So here's the question to you guys. We're trying to debate whether we should have a show tomorrow because folks are going to be Christmasing. Now, you let me know. The producers are like, no, I want to be at home with my family. So I can do it by myself. I can just come on and talk to you. Don, you keep us sane, says Camille Redina. Thank you. Now, look, I have friends who watch and are like, Don, why don't you ever put any negative comments up? And I'm like, well, my producers are doing that. But we can put them up. We just don't like trolls. I actually like them. I'll watch. I'm stuck at home with COVID. Oh, Britt Wilson. Sorry about that. Do you guys want me to just come on and do a short show, just chat with you guys? Oh, and Nikki, should we tell them about what we're going to do with the... Thank you, Angela Calloway. Thank you for your support. Let's see. Angela says, thank you for keeping it real, Don. Happy holidays. Praying that Gus Gus continues to get better. Tim, if you're upstairs watching, can you bring Gus Gus, or you think it's not a good idea? So we were going to, Nikki, are you there? We were going to.
Yes, I am.
Should we tell them about our plans? Maybe we should, right?
For tomorrow and for Christmas? Yeah, we were going to do a 24-hour live stream of a Dawn Yule log.
I was going to do my own Yule log with the tree and with the fireplace. And so you can just put it up on your screen. Maybe we'll walk through. Maybe you'll see the dogs come through. You'll see me changing the fire. Would you guys like that? It'll be a Yule log at the Lemon home. Gus Gus's home. Yay. Oh, so did I tell you guys that? I didn't tell. Oh, shoot. I gave it away a little bit. Do we have Gus Gus yet or no? You don't have to use all.
We do.
We do. Okay. So video first. Okay. Let's show. This is, and again, look, let me tell you the thing. So before Gus Gus went in, before we realized that he had pneumonia, I think I told you guys Gus Gus has pneumonia. That's the thing. I believe he ate something weird or anyway, viral, bacterial, whatever. So Gus Gus, and he's a senior dog. So, I'm sure his defenses are not as good as his younger brothers. So, so we sent him to the vet, and the vet did some ear cleaning and stuff because he had an ear thing. He's a senior. And so they said, don't wet him for a week or two because they wanted that ear stuff to sink in. You guys know, if you have dogs, then when they give it a treatment, they tell you not to wet him. We're like, okay, he's going to be dirty and stinky, but that's okay. We won't. And they thought he had a cold. So anyway, we can't groom him or clean him because he's sick. So he's a little scruffy looking. So don't judge him or us. So this is we went to see him on Saturday, delayed our trip here to see Tim's family. This is Gus Gus. There he is. There's Gussie. There he is, Gussie. So we had to go up and see him. They had him in intensive care. Yeah, and that was the doctor. We call it the doctor. Some people call it a vet. So yeah, and so we had to keep him warm. We got to put him not in the shower, but if we're showering or if there's a steam shower, we put him in there so it'll break up the stuff. So there's Gussie. Do we have video of Gussie?
Hi, bud. Hi, Gussie. Oh, you look so much better. I did a good job.
Aww.
Hi, Gussie. Hi, bud. How are you? Yeah. How do you feel? Oh my God, you look so much better.
Yeah, so he had his eyes were all, he had an infection. Eyes were all. His eyes were all kind of crusted, so they put drops in his eyes finally, and we were putting drops in. So,
oh my God, you can see, bud.
No, so that's Gussie. So he's doing better. He has little coughing fits, but so here's the thing: he has a severe tracheal collapse because he's older, but they believe that it is they want to clear up the pneumonia, and then we'll deal with the trachea thing. So he's getting lots of love. And here's the weird thing: so he didn't have an appetite, and so they told us to bring his favorite food. And we brought his favorite food, and he loves deli. The sliced turkey or sliced chicken from the deli, he loves it. So we brought that to him. And then as a secret, look, I don't care. You guys can judge me. But because he is a senior dog, whatever, I'm going to bring it because I sneak him. This is my thing, my doing. He loves my favorite snack, which is plain Lay's potato chips. So I stuck him some plain Lay's potato chips in, and his little he was crunching them. I didn't give him a lot, but we gave him enough. And then we gave him his turkey, and he likes peanuts, and he likes peanut butter. So you know what? I know that a cough is awful, right, Jackie? And so, but his appetite was really, really strong. And so that's good news. So continue to pray for him. And that Gus Gus is okay. All right. I didn't want to get out of here until I gave you an update on Gus Gus. So there he is. It's a he. Bless his little heart. That's right. Thank you. High flying birdie. Yep. He's got a poor baby. All right, guys. So you're informed. You don't have to sit in front of the TV all day and all night or whatever. You know what's going on. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do tonight, whether we are, we'll let you know. Do we know what we're doing, Nikki? Are we supposed to have a show tonight? I don't know. Who knows?
We are considering doing a live show.
Okay.
Tonight at
All
5.
right. You guys want us to have a live show tonight? And I know you said tomorrow I'll do something short. I'm gonna do something. If I do it, it'll be without the producers. I'll just come on and do it myself, and we'll just talk. Gus is adorable. Luigi and his lawyer wearing matching outfits. Not adorable. Oh, were they? I didn't even notice. Do you have a picture of them in court? I didn't even notice they were wearing. Were they wearing matching outfits? Maybe they went and brought some clothes. Maybe it's her hubby's clothes. I don't know. I didn't notice it.
Let me find it. I think Nikki just her internet just broke or something.
Just what?
I don't know. All of the videos went away, so let me find it.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Cosmo boiled chicken, brown rice is the best for sick pups. Yes. So I made him. Thank you, Cosmo. I made him. He is not crazy about brown rice, but we do a little white rice. So I did boiled chicken and some rice for him. So yeah, you're on it. That's what I did when they said, and then after that, we had to leave him for a little bit because they had to, get him ready. And we went and got him on Saturday night, and then we brought him here on Sunday. We're supposed to go away on vacation on the plane. I'm leaving on an airplane. We're not going because he can't go on a plane, and we don't care. We're glad to be at home with family and chilling. We were going to go somewhere warm, but we're not going to do it. But I'm looking back through. I can go back. They are wearing matching outfits. Hilarious. I went back through. They're wearing matching outfits, except she has a blue jacket over it. Anyways. Hi, Boomer. There's another baby here who wants to get on. Say hi, Boomer. Oh. Say hi. Here he is. This is say hi, Boomer. Boomer, how's Gus Gus? Okay. Say hi. Look right there. Say hi. Isn't he perfect? Look, Boomer. Boomer. Boomy. Look right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Say hi to everybody. Okay, guys. I love you all. We'll see you later. Have a great day. You're up to date. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out. Like, subscribe, all the things. Okay? See ya. We are thrilled to have you as one of our watchers. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. And that way you can be notified about all of our new content. There's plenty of it for you. We're live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop more videos at 2 p.m. Eastern and at 5 p.m. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon Nation, of the Lemon community. Members receive access to special community posts, exclusive content, and live shows. So just head right over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll